Hello everyone, and you're very welcome to our USA weather update on January 27th, 2024. So currently in a more benign state of weather over the USA compared to how it was earlier in January, with many areas of the USA plunged into the freezer with bitterly cold temperatures and snowfall. So currently on Saturday, January 27th, we have a trough over parts of the south and southeast here, and that is bringing rain and thunderstorms to many areas of these states. Further west and into parts of the Midwest and into the east and northeast is drier and a bit chilly, but not nearly as cold as it was early in the month. Now, moving into the end of the weekend, next week, that trough moves into the east of the USA. Now, it does drag down some colder air on its back edge from the north, and that might provide for some snowfall as it exits. Now, into the end of January, we see mainly dry weather in the western states and just very benign and calm and quite mild. But then the trough drops from Canada into the Midwest and into the East. And again, that comes with some quite chilly or cold air. So again, that might have some snowfall with it. Then into early February, we see heights transferring from the west to east, with heights by February 2nd centered over the southeast of the USA with a block over Canada. This tries to push cold air into the Midwest into early February. Now, also further west, we see low pressure off the Pacific taking hold with rain, snow moving around, and so on. Now, into February 5th, we see this ridge centering over the central part of the USA. Now, to the east of that, we see colder air moving in from the north, but to its west, we see milder air coming up from the south, and it's generally quite a dry scene for many areas. Eventually, that ridge weakens away, and many areas of the USA, apart from the east, see troughs around the country. So showery rain in the south. There may be storms and so on. Also in the north, there's obviously an increased risk of wintriness. Now into the second weekend of February, we see a ridge over the east of the state, and that becomes a southerly winds into the Midwest and the east. So that brings some very dry and mild weather, possibly spring-like. But further west, some more troughs roll in, and into Monday, February 12th, as far as the GFS can go. Cold shot just trying to move in to the northern Great Plains and the northern Midwest, but elsewhere it's quite benign at that moment. Here is the upper temperature forecast from GFS. So again, as you know, it's very mild, but there will be some colder air on the back edge of that low over the east into Sunday and Monday. After that, just we see that next low coming through the Midwest and the East on Tuesday, Wednesday. That brings colder with it, and possibly snow as well. Elsewhere, it's just very mild in terms of upper temperatures and benign. Cold shot again into the east and northeast into early February. So, and just generally cooler air into the north in general through the first period of February here. Then into the second part of February, the second week of the month, we see just generally just mild in the south, cold in the north. Just very zonal, very straightforward into the second week of February. But it's like at this stage, the cold air is going to try and plunge downwards. So basically, quite benign away from the north Midwest, the east and northeast, up until say February. Around February, when does it break down? February sticks around that. Then after that, we see more troughs quite widely in many areas of the USA, so more unsettles, possibly wintry in the north, and by the very end of the run, possibly colder quite widely. And if you're in the north, especially the northeast, especially there, you'll always be tapping into cold shots at times. The cold air will never, the cold air, if it's not over you, will never be far away. So everyone, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week, and bye for now.